Oh my God. And then we'll record our intro now. And
I don't.
Oh, then we'll just record then. Ladies and gentlemen, normally my co-host here does our intro.
I'm actually gonna do the actual intro.
But nah, can't do it.
Actual thing.
Nah, I like this better.
I'm gonna pee in your mouth.
That's really weird. That's how we're gonna start being on YouTube now.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's how we're gonna start to be on YouTube now.
That's how we're gonna start.
Hey,
if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right.
But you're gonna start with peeing in somebody's mouth for the first part of the YouTube page.
Not somebody's mouth. Your mouth.
Gross. Go ahead, by all means.
Pee in your mouth?
No, gross!
Gross!
No!
You
stop it!
You just said
no. That's you.
By all means.
Don't take.
You said by
don't,
all means.
Don't take that out of context, sir. That's not right.
That's what you said.
That's not
That's
right.
What you said.
Stop it.
That's what you said.
No, because this is here's what's worse about this thing now is that now that we have the qualifications of being on the YouTube and the faces shown.
Is there a qualification to be
No,
on
because
YouTube?
You see, I can't do it. It's gonna be out there. People are gonna see our faces and how I react to things, and it's a lot.
I see your face. Now
Get your face back in here.
Hello.
Go ahead and cut our intro for the podcast or the Spotify. For
What episode are we on?
Let's see here.
31?
I don't know how to count.
I know. You got your shoes off. You can't count that high.
It's true. I do have my shoes off. We are on episode 31. So cut in our intro.
Can we start over?
No. Well, I can redo the audio back. I can cut all this out. So.
Well, we'll just
leave it in.
We'll do it live. It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 31 of GQ, a wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
That guy is Justin. I'm Garrett. Hello, world.
What's up?
We had some holidays. We decided to take the week off last week. Chill with fam, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. You sound healthy.
Yeah, I am mildly
nasal.
So yeah, it's great. We had Wrestle Kingdom last night / this morning.
Yeah,
had some big returns that we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Some rumor and innuendo to talk about.
Yeah,
but yeah,
there's a lot of things that happen. So we have a lot to talk about.
As far as all that goes, we'll get that rolling here in just a little bit. As we're recording this right now, we're about a half an hour before the big Thursday night announcement from Paul Levesque. And we have our ideas of what it could possibly be. With it being a Thursday night,
it's really weird.
Some things that have happened recently with Endeavor. They recently gave TNA rights to, or not, I guess they didn't give them rights. Essentially, they signed a deal with TNA to stream on an Endeavor platform.
Yes.
So what we are thinking is happening is we are thinking that TKO Holdings / Endeavor has purchased TNA / Impact.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows?
It could just be like, hey, we're going to start selling tickets for the Bash in Berlin. And then cutscene. So nobody really...
No one knows. That's why we're waiting.
Probably going to be a big announcement for like Hall of Fame or something. Oh, first inductee is Vince McMahon.
Gross. Why not like somebody not gross?
Better?
Didn't say better.
I said better.
You said better. I did not say
not really more interesting.
It's not even interesting. He's interesting. He's probably on that list that everybody's worried about too.
You're on the list. Anyway, so over the last 30 episodes, everyone who has tuned into us week over week, you have heard these interactions. And that just happened
I'm scared.
is 100% how we interact
I'm scared.
when we're not on the air, when we're not live
I'm scared.
/ recording video for YouTube.
I just realized you're wearing your shirt. I like that shirt. I decided to wear this.
But yeah, no, that's how we interact in our daily lives. You're probably going to hear a lot of swearing.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I edited all that stuff before, and then we started not caring, and it actually kind of worked out really well.
It's a lot better now.
No, to be fair, I just hit a button and it goes.
It's better now.
So now and then we have YouTube, which it's just GQ Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. So people to find us there
Mature
now.
content.
Yes,
Listener / viewer discretion is advised.
it's up to you for children if you really want to.
But yeah, we're just gonna
We got things.
talk. And go
It's a
from
really
there.
long intro this week.
Yeah, well, and
It's the introduction to the first episode on YouTube and all that fun. So, with your signature, send this off out into the world as I can edit through the thing. So, hit it. Say, here we go, because that's what you do. Say it. Say it out there.
Are there cue cards?
Hold on, I'll do it for you. I'll
Somewhere?
mukbang the crap out of this. And here we go. I got it.
We get this started, and here we go.
It's the longest intro. By the way, we're still recording. That was the longest intro we've ever done. 6 minutes? Is it fine? Shut up, dog. Yeah. So, with that being said, with the introduction of the podcast on YouTube now, we'll do intermittent breaks because I still gotta record
Oh,
stuff.
we're still going.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't stop. Yeah, that doesn't stop. You can drink all you want.
I was planning.
That's
on
good. I
we
hope
have
so.
booze. We're gonna start drinking now.
Oh god. Well, to be fair, it's past 5 o'clock. It still works. So, yay! Here we are. Okay. Welcome everybody back to another episode of GQ Wrestling Podcast. My name is Justin. That is Garrett. It is week 31 on the audio side, but it's week 1 on the YouTube side. I've had some time today, as we said the last couple weeks, that we would be going live on the YouTube. So this week's a little different. YouTube's still processing our stuff for the brand new year. So we're recording this on the laptop, but next week we'll definitely be live on YouTube recording this at the same time. So we're really excited. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. So, like we always started off, it's been 2 weeks. How you doing?
Dying.
Why are you dying?
Well, because I was born.
Oh, well,
And
we're always dying after we're born.
right.
Is that what we're saying?
Honestly, dude,
We had Christmas in the middle of all of this, and
Christmas was good.
Christmas was
I was happy to take all of the decorations.
Yeah, you see, mine's not there anymore either. It's all
Right.
gone. Now what stands in the way of it is a giant pickle that stares at me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, he's grabbing he's grabbing my pickle. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh, it's too tall.
He's too tall. There he is. There's my giant
pickle.
That's my giant pickle.
Oh.
Yeah. He stays in the corner over there. He stares at me when I sleep.
Reminds me of a wrestling buddy from back
Honestly,
in the day.
he feels like a wrestling buddy from back in the day. But no, you had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Kids have a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Do they believe they had a good Christmas?
I believe they had a good Christmas.
Had a lot of toys.
They made out pretty well,
That's
actually.
good.
Yeah. What about you? What about your kiddos?
Honestly, it was good. It was a really quick Christmas this year because I didn't have until noon Christmas Day, and then my family, they're in Texas. We got to watch them on the giant 80-inch television here, or 75-inch television. I know how to count.
You
No, I don't. But they got to be on the TV, got to do that, and then my dad got to surprise the kids with a gift saying that he was coming up. So my dad was here from the 26th till the Saturday after Christmas. I think it was the 30th or something like that. Got to hang out with the kids for the whole week, which was really nice. Got to take off Wednesday and just hang out with him and the kids. So it was good times for them. I rang in the new year by laying on this couch. It's good times.
I rang in the New Year sitting on the couch. Yeah.
I figured that's what when you texted me, hey, what are you doing? I had the kids. So
Yeah, well, and I forgot.
It was a kiddo year for the new year. So, but with that being said, we have started to do our resolutions like we had promised in the previous weeks before, that we were going to start doing more on the social media. I had resolutions for the podcast, not for myself, because I don't care about me. I wanted to update more on Facebook, on Instagram, making sure the podcast was getting more relevancy and more out there. You posted a TikTok, proud of you. That takes a lot from you to do on a video like that. I know it had to have
that close to my face.
It was silly. Hello.
Well, and I was.
You're also at work.
Oh, and it was like the last 5 minutes of my lunch. And I was like, I should do this.
That did look like your break room.
And I was wearing
your Angus Ford shirt. But I had a very busy night last night. Wrestle Kingdom.
What was his name? Oh.
His name, no. Wrestle Kingdom 18 was last night at 12:30. I actually our time in the Iowa land. I stayed up for over 24 hours because I woke up the previous day.
Home and took a nap.
I got off at 7, and I felt like if I slept, I wasn't waking up. So I loaded myself up with some drinks. I didn't eat on purpose, as that would have weighed me down.
You can't have energy drinks.
No, but I had the rehabs that kept me afloat.
You went to rehab?
Everybody needs to do that. Well, no, but that's for quitters.
Rehab is for quitters.
But I watched Wrestle Kingdom 18 this morning at 12:30, and it finished at 5 this morning.
That was 5 hours?
So 12:30 is when that battle royale.
Oh,
that went for 30 minutes, and then another 30 minutes of nothing, and then from 1:30 to 5. Yeah, then 1:30 to 5 was all of the rest of it, and there was a lot of matches. Some people would not even care about if you're not a part of watching New Japan on a weekly basis. There were some that I was just happy about.
I forgot that Naito was taking on.
Oh yeah, Tetsuya Naito
taking on Sonata
for the IWGP
for the heavyweight.
I had to wait till 5 in the morning to watch that part. It was the very last match. Well, because he won. Oh god. Words. G1 Climax. Good night.
He does this. His brain doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Because he won the G1 Climax, and he had a shot.
He runs on dial-up.
Yay. But there were some good matches. I posted just a little bit ago about TJP and his new
Ashwang. That thing is, dude. That mask is fucking sweet.
So I didn't know what it was called. I really didn't. I watched the press conference the day before, and they were interviewing his tag team partner, and they asked where he was, and if you hadn't seen from previous weeks,
dead.
He was proclaimed dead by putting into a coffin, and he was going to be reborn on Wrestle Kingdom Day, which then he opened up the coffin with his twisty little fingers, salad fingers, Skeletor fingers, and then his mask with his rice hat and everything like that. It actually was pretty cool.
Did you just call it a rice hat?
That's what I called it, because it's exactly what it's called.
Is it made out of rice?
Sure. I don't know.
Sure
what was
it's
it
not
called?
like a rice patty hat?
No. Gross. No. It's just called a rice hat. That's what I was always... Is it called something else? I've always ever called...
Yes!
What's it actually called? I thought it was called a rice hat. What's it called? Nope. Yeah. Test your brain, because I really thought it was a rice hat. But that was a great match. They TJP ended up getting the title with his partner. It was a really the match is pretty amazing. He did a mist.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
I saw that.
Then there's other things that I could even talk about. There was, let's see, at one point, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, showed up with his brother Nick. Is his name, but he sat on the side where all the Japanese reporters are.
His brother's name is Ryan.
Is it Nick and Ryan?
Yeah. Dolph is Nick.
I know. I could think of his brother's name. I like the weird music in the background.
Literally said.
I said formerly known as Dolph. Nick showed up. Whatever. Anyways, he was sitting on the side of the ring during a triple threat match for David Finlay, Jon Moxley, and Will Ospreay.
Paper Skin Man, Bill Oceanspray, and Fit Finlay Jr.
Dude, he rocks that shillelagh like it's nobody's business. It is fantastic.
And it's on a stick. It's not a little billy club. It's a motherfucking stick.
It's so long. But he came. That was probably hands down. It was a really good match. They labeled it as a 4.25 star rating for the match, and it was not the guy we don't talk about. It wasn't his star rating.
Have his star ratings come out for Wrestle Kingdom yet?
I believe it has. I haven't looked.
He probably gave that match like 2 stars.
Whoa.
I honestly have no idea. I'd have to look.
Well, you go ahead and take a gander at that. It was actually a pretty dang good match. For the sake of Will and John at the press conference made a pact saying in 5 minutes, they get 5 minutes of beating the piss out of David Finlay for 5 whole minutes. And they knocked him out, beat him around, threw him around. And then, all in all, Dave Finlay ended up winning the brand new global title. And at the end of it, David Finlay shows up on the outside of the ring.
It's
and,
a podcast.
And
I don't want to listen to that.
he confronted... what's wrong with you?
Oh, that's...
Okay, you do that. He confronted Nick.
That was actually news about Roosh.
Oh, what about him?
He tore his hamstring during
Training?
the Continental Classic.
Sheesh. Gross. But Dave Finlay ended up confronting Nick on the side of the ring, and then they ended up beating the piss out of each other there. He left, and then Nick chased him out to where the reporters are, and then I posted that on our social media, him absolutely going in and wrecking everybody and throwing everything around and throwing tables around. And he was a really damn good promo. I was actually kind of pretty impressed with him. I love Dolph or Nick.
Yes.
But overall it was a really good pay-per-view. It's hard to stay up 24 hours. I won't even lie. I was dying. And we had several people who were watching on the Instagram live with me. And at one point, I know I had to have done. And I don't know. And if I was out long, I know I spoke at one point. And what I say? It was really weird. But that was a really good. So it was a good experience to watch Wrestle Kingdom. If you want to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, they do have an app now, which I introduced it to you. NJPW World.
New Japan NJPW World.
And you can sign up. It's $9.99 a month.
And you get
everything.
Pay-per-views. It's essentially the WWE network for New Japan.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed.
And you can listen to it in English.
Yeah, that was the one thing. When I had the English commentary on during the Battle Royale at the beginning, it was just the Japanese announcers. The English announcer hasn't come yet. And I went, oh.
This is awesome!
I don't know what they're saying. But...
Oh, he just said Great O'Khan.
Well, then when he said... when the Stone Pit...
I'm sorry, what? What did you just say?
You love the Japanese announcers. You wish we had Japanese announcers here.
Yeah,
just for the gusto of having
it
out there.
They're so good. What?
Now, I will say, during that match last night of Okada Danielson, that was very intentionally gruesome, all one-sided. Danielson, the whole entire match, his MO was to break Okada's arm.
Yeah, he was trying to break Okada's arm.
And quite literally, I thought he did at one point.
Okada should have just punched him in the face.
Well,
right in the eye.
He did at one point. Because Danielson kicked him in the head. Well, that happened one other time when Okada got kicked. He beat the piss out of someone else.
Okada kind of went off on
that poor child. But Danielson kicked him in the head, and Okada got up and ripped his eye patch off and just started pummeling him in the face.
Go ahead.
And at one point, you hear Brian go, "Stop!"
Well, that's the best thing. That's the best thing about listening. Or like hearing the commentary and watching New Japan. There is no crowd noise.
No, they were actually getting better. Like they're starting to get into it a little bit more.
You could hear everything. That they were like not like calling the match and stuff, but like during the TJP match, the dudes from the War Dogs from the Bullet Club, you can hear, "Where the fuck is that little guy?" It's like, I heard that loud and clear.
And well, my favorite. So if you're watching that, they have like their cameramen all around the ring, like how they used to in old WWE. But there's a guy that has his whole sole job was to hold the long extended boom mic, and he's just. And at one point, they throw they throw John out of the ring, and he's like, and he took off, and he's holding his little mic, and one guy had his cord, and he goes, and he turned back around and came back, and he's like holding it right here. It's like he's pointing a gun at everybody. I was having a blast. Poor guy was so confused. My favorite ones was during the Battle Royale when people were taking off their jackets or cloaks, and they went back to the hard camera that's just pointing at the ramp. And one poor unfortunate bastard got yelled at. I go, "Get the coat!" And it was clear. And he's just going, arms, sprinting. And I'm like,
watching the Japanese run is hilarious. Well, it's like, what the hell was that? The dude's name that came out in the tracksuit.
Oh, dude.
Was it Yo?
Yo, and the other guy that came out later.
Show.
Yeah, Yo and Show didn't like each other.
Who the fuck?
Yeah, Yo and Show didn't. He's just... and no shoes. He had no shoes.
No, he was wearing house slippers.
Was he wearing house slippers?
And then he was wrestling in socks. And then he lost the socks. It's like, what?
Oh my god! But anyways, the whole entire paper worth every pen. Like I was worth watching it. It was great. I should have took a nap. I completely should have took a nap, and that's where we're at with that. Go to sleep. Seriously, and then stop it. Then this past week also we had AEW's last pay-per-view of the year. We had World's End, which I heard from several people, it was just clusterfucky.
It was a mediocre pay-per-view at best.
Yeah.
Told you.
Go ahead.
I told you.
Go ahead.
Who is the devil? Fucking Adam Cole. It's been Adam Cole.
And you called? We called one goon. We knew one goon for sure.
Well, yeah, we knew it was Wardlow.
And then you called.
I told you.
You called
the Kingdom.
So
Adam Cole is the devil.
So it's funny. I was actually
now we have the undisputed King.
I was talking to my sister, and she texted me and said, "Your theory is wrong. You guys are wrong." And I go, "What are we wrong about?" Because I know we're not wrong. It sounds so cocky to say.
Yeah.
But I knew we weren't wrong.
What?
And she goes, "Wardlow's not even in the country." I go, "And?"
How do you know?
Well, so he posted on his Instagram that he was in London with his wife and doing things. I said, in the day and age we live in with social media, you can program your posts whenever, wherever, however, to prove you're not where you're currently at. And she goes, "Well, why would he do that?" I go, "Because he's one of the goons. Because he is a goon. She goes, well, he responded on Instagram on his story. He said, I'm not a goon. I'll never be a goon. Stop pretending that I am a goon. Well, that's what a goon would say.
Story.
Yeah, it is and it is. I laughed because as soon as I saw Wardlow unmasked, I texted her. I went, he's not a goon, you say? He's not a No.
He's not in the country. Then who is this giant man in the ring?
And he's gained a lot of weight. He has, and it's not muscle. You can see that through his really tight black shirt. And I'm not saying I'm of the athletically fit mind, but he's gained a little bit of poundage around the midsection area.
Yeah, he's putting on a lot of water weight.
You can also see his face, too.
Water weight.
Too
much creatine.
But I did like the whole Max losing to Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and Max needed to take some time off.
He's hurt. He was hurt. But the big story is, and will forever will be, Max's contract did end on 12/31/2023. And he is officially taken off of all of the websites. He's not on any of the promotional stuff. Dynamite, when it aired on Wednesday, he's not on any of the beginning stuff or on the promo stuff. Now his merch is still out there because it has to be, because it's, they bought into it. But he's not there. So that begs the question, people of the earth, humanoids as we say, I posed this question today. Is he coming back to AEW, or is he going to go sign with WWE like he has been threatening to for the last 2 years? What say you?
So my thing is I don't think that if he... Okay, so the land of hypothetical.
Of course. The
Max goes to WWE.
Yeah.
He will be eternally relegated to the mid-card.
You think so?
Yes.
Just because of the height and size? Is it just because of the whole demeanor that he is, because he doesn't fit the WWE regime that is a wrestler?
Yes.
Sports entertainment.
And he's got a lot of unfinished business in AEW. Like,
well, now Samoa
Joe and the Kingdom, the Undisputed Kingdom.
Oh,
now.
What you mean Adam!
God, I hate that so much.
Adam!
I love Roderick Strong.
Adam!
That gimmick that he's doing
is it annoying?
Is so off.
So technically, you got those two there. Then you add
Roddy.
You add Roddy.
Shave the fucking mustache off your face. You look like a pedophile.
You don't think he looks good with his porny stash?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Just a little bit?
Nope.
Right off the top? Just cut it off?
Yep.
Fair. So you have Roddy. Add that. Then you add Wardlow to that list too. Wardlow is still forever on that list. Jay White's on that list. I know that too, because of his matches with Jay. Withholding that title for forever from him for so long.
Well, and like I said, there's so much unfinished business in AEW for MJF that I don't see him going anywhere else.
Well, then how long do you think it takes for him to, one, get a contract that he likes, not what Tony likes, what he likes? Two, how long his recovery will be? Because I think, let's see, based off of just image alone, his shoulder's messed up. Like he's had a bad shoulder for forever.
Well, by now I'm sure it's a completely torn labrum.
Mm-hmm. More than likely.
He fucking dislocated his hip.
Sometimes you go too hard in the paint.
I honestly, I think he probably takes 10 months off.
I was gonna say a year. I was gonna say a full. I think he comes back at World's End 2024, and I don't think they're gonna keep continuing the devil shtick. I think they're gonna keep it as a remembrance thing. Like it'll be like, like when they throw up United Kingdom, the devil mask will be there, kind of a thing. But it's not. He's not going to wear it. And even then, Adam Cole's still out with his foot injury for an unknown timetable currently. So he'll just be sitting around, crutching along for forever. So do they start going after all the titles in AEW?
Well, that's what he said. Roderick Strong is going to chase the international title.
Thank God. Get it off of frickin' Orange Cassidy.
Your boy!
Gotta get off of him. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it at all. Because now I just get texts and messages. And all it is, your boy! And I can't.
You're welcome.
No. I never said thank you. I never said I wanted it.
And for whatever reason, he said that Wardlow is going to chase Samoa Joe. Doesn't make sense.
No, I did see that. I remember hearing that. But then Adam distinctly said, "You will give me the title,
right,
when you win it from Joe."
Well, when he's
healthy. Yes, he'll do what Luchasaurus is doing.
Yeah.
To Christian Cage.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. That's big. That's AEW in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
So you have those, and then WWE. They just have had a week. They've had a week of a lot of stuff. A lot of things that have happened this week in WWE that, honestly, we were talking on Monday who we thought it was going to be for the special former WWE champion coming back.
And then Jinder Mahal came out. Oh, God.
So I was watching one of my favorite streamers, Santi, and he goes, and he said, before it even aired, he goes, "God, I hope it's Jinder Mahal. Like, I hope it's Jinder Mahal." And then here, he goes, "No, I was kidding. I don't want this. No. And I thought it was so funny that Jinder's still Jinder, and he can still cut a promo.
Jinder's still jacked.
He needed to be jacked still.
He is still jacked.
He is. And it was really nice to hear for Jinder Mahal, for the sake of, he, even without his goon squad and him doing everything that he normally does, it was actually kind of nice to have Jinder on screen without his little, tag team of people that he's just managing all the time. So it was nice to have Jinder around and talking, but if you're listening to the Jinder promo, he was hinting at the specific person that we both, Garrett and I, knew was going to come out, because at one point he said something about smelling what you're cooking. He said, what was one that I knew that it was going to be Dwayne?
We had an inkling earlier in the week.
What was that same day?
Yeah.
It was on Monday. We knew it was going to be this guy because College Game Day was at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, and Dwayne was there. And they were in San Diego for Monday Night Raw for day one. And we knew it was
like a 4-hour flight?
2 hours. Only 2 hours to get from San Diego to Pasadena.
No, it's a 2-hour drive. It's like a 6.5-hour flight.
No.
Yeah. Because you got to lay over in Houston.
Yeah, you gotta go to Phoenix first. And then you got to come back over to, San Diego, even though it's just, I would say it would have been like 6-hour drive on a 2-hour flight, but
But you got to fly to LaGuardia.
Oh, wow, got to go to New York. Ooh.
Okay.
So.
It is now currently 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the Then Now Forever just came on the Peacock Network.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to give you the live reaction.
It's true.
For the announcement here. Do you want to turn this up?
I will.
A little bit?
I will. It's not going to be...
Preview Special 2024!
Well, what I was told is that it's not he's not going to be up front right then and there. They're going to preview the first half of the year's pay-per-views. That's what the said they were going to do, and then Hunter's going to come in during the middle. So
Who the fuck is this bitch?
I've never seen her before.
Megan Morant.
And Matt. I've heard Matt Camp's
I
been on
haven't seen
forever.
that camp.
He does all the pre-show stuff.
What is that god awful shirt she is wearing?
Well, evidently that looks very designer, and it looks god awful, so probably expensive. And it looks like a child drew the bottom part. It looks like it's got horns and a crown.
It literally says insignia.
While that's on, Dwayne came back on Monday. Didn't shock any of us because we all knew he was coming back. But the thing that shocked us all,
I was utterly shocked.
I knew it was utterly. He had done his normal beat him up, making fun of him, whatever, ha ha ha. But he then said, I think I need to go have some dinner tonight. I'm going to go to a restaurant. Where should I sit? Should I sit at the bar? Maybe should I sit at a booth? Or should he sit at the head of the table? Which we've all known he was going to talk about it.
Also, we're going to see Dwayne tomorrow night on Friday Night SmackDown.
Probably.
Surprise, surprise.
Probably. Yeah, so we don't know. We don't know. We have predictions for that. So I'm going to now say we're going to take our first break on the audio side. We're going to still stay alive on YouTube, but we'll be right back. So now we're back onto the YouTube side. I've never seen this preview show before, but evidently they do it.
I hate that. I hated that so much.
So what we're watching is from Monday on day one, Seth and Drew were facing off for the title, and what we hated was that why would you bring out Damian Priest with a title shot
For no reason.
but even why would you bring Dom out too? It doesn't make any sense to have Dom even close to being there. It made no sense. And this was the dumbest part. Drew goes for the roll up, and he purposely that's not Seth. That's Drew. Drew did that.
Yeah, you rolled him too.
Rolled him up too far, had his foot on the rope, and then this is that was the stiffest pedigree I've ever seen in my life. The table didn't break at all. Ow. And poor Drew McIntyre. I feel like they want to have a direction. It's kind of like what we said with Shinsuke, that we thought, they never have a direction for Shinsuke. Well, we need to do something for Shinsuke. Now direction for Shinsuke, it's against Cody. But that's going to fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
You know it will. I don't understand. Literally.
There should have been your cash in.
Yeah.
After the stomp.
Yeah, but no. Oh, hey! It's Philly Phil! What is this bookshelf?
I don't know. I see a bunch of AJ Lee figurines up there, though.
And her one figure up there, too. Her, he
He
can read?
No, those are her books.
Pleasure to be talking to you. Let's get right into it. Your return in Chicago at the end of Survivor Series.
You know those are her books.
I would hope so. Well, those look like collector's books.
So, yeah.
Before walking out in front of your hometown.
Oh, God, how much time we got? We can take up the whole show.
How much time do we got? Ironically, I'm wearing a Blackhawk sweatshirt, or a sweater, but that was not intentional for CM Punk.
Yeah, they are collector's books because you see Moby Dick.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, right there.
I
I bet Anne of Green Gables is in there. I bet. I can't read. There's other things in there.
50 Shades of Grey.
It's a collector's book too.
For him.
Well, he is gray, so that would make more sense. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I really don't care what Phil says. Phil's gonna...
The anime books underneath her little figure over here on the right, those are his. That's all he can read because it's mostly pictures.
What about show like me?
Yeah!
I don't get it. But,
Doesn't make any sense to me.
That's me.
Uh-huh. I'm over here.
Yeah, you're right there. Okay. This is the fun part when you're doing back and forth, and you still want to be an audio guy and a video person. Gotta do both. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, welcome back to the audio podcast. So what we were mentioning,
The audio cat.
what we were mentioning, we were saying for Dwayne to be back. We were talking about this before the podcast. With Dwayne back in the picture, what does that do with the Cody Rhodes thing? What does that do with where Dwayne will try to get the title? Where does this all play out? You have an opinion of what will happen. What is your opinion on the matter?
Like I said before, it really just kind of depends on when the Roman Reigns Rock match happens, because there's still 3 pay-per-views between now and Mania.
Right, yeah, you have Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, and what we think is Fastlane. We think it's Fastlane. Yeah.
And realistically, because I think that they want to draw a bigger rating, they will probably do Rock Roman Elimination Chamber when they're in Perth.
Because it's the big pay-per-view. It's like
Right.
they're like, hey, they're
kind
going.
of like what they do when they go to Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back a big name or 6. Go pick up old Mark Calloway from the old folks' home.
Pick up Goldberg on
Dig
his
up-
way out there.
Dig up fucking Goldberg. Throw a couple $1 million at Brock.
And then they all come out and they say, "Hi, we're here!" And then they beat the crap out of him.
And
then,
Goldberg goes, my hip!
And then there it is.
But
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna do it at. I think it was gonna be at Royal Rumble, which then you said that's in like 3 weeks. So could they push a
2
pro?
weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
Pretty sure.
For some reason, I think it's the weekend of Hazel's birthday, which is I thought it was the 27th. He's gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure it's the weekend of Hazel's birthday. I think I said it.
January 27th.
Okay, so it's my family's in town for Hazel's birthday, and I thought, I'm gonna watch Royal Rumble, which I still will because I'm gonna make my family watch the Royal Rumble because that, like you for Survivor Series, I love Royal Rumble. That is like my favorite pay-per-view. I'm gonna watch Royal
Is that
Rumble.
a kid weekend?
That is a kid weekend
That is.
because I have a kids and it's Hazel's birthday.
Yeah.
So
Watching.
you'll be watching from the home,
Yes.
the retirement home.
Yeah.
Do you work that weekend? Probably, knowing you.
No, I work next weekend. I work the first weekend of February.
Gross. So, I think
That is gross.
yes, it is.
No, we actually have plans that
You're gonna be trying to.
I'm gonna try to.
You're gonna try to get out of those. Not the plans. You're gonna get out of work.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if
Somebody else. Can.
the baby will switch with me.
The baby.
The 20-year-old kid that I work with. Yeah.
You work with a 20-year-old now.
Yeah, his name is Matt.
I don't think I've ever talked to Matt.
Nor will you ever, probably, if you personally call. Because you don't personally call the store. You call me.
Well, you call me. It's
Or,
just,
yeah.
you have better. You have a better way of getting things done at my work if you call me. Because I'm the parts manager.
Yeah, you're like the boss or something.
I think they're going to try to push it hard for Royal Rumble. I really do because
I don't think that there's enough build.
I don't think there will be either. But I also think they're going to push it for Royal Rumble to the point where obviously Rock won't win. Rock won't win,
Duh.
and then Cody will step in and try to do Cody versus Rock. Sorry, Cody versus Roman. Rock will jump in and go, no. I still need to win this. I'm the true head of the table, which then they'll fight. Rock and Cody will fight at Elimination Chamber or Fastlane. Winner goes to Mania to face Roman for the title, which then possibly, the Royal Rumble winner, because they don't have to choose, Roman. If they win the Royal Rumble, they can go after Seth. So there's a lot of benefactors in there.
Well, if we've seen leaked,
We have seen the leak,
script.
yes.
And if the guy who is scripted to win the Royal Rumble,
You mean that guy on the screen?
I'm not giving the humanoids any
You mean
spoilers.
that guy on the screen?
We don't give spoilers here.
We give predictions?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
If that guy
Which are
wins,
Yeah.
then he's not going to challenge Roman.
No, he'll challenge
He'll
Seth.
challenge Seth.
Which then brings out my theory that if they make it a triple threat at
I
Mania,
don't think they will.
if they made it a triple threat at Mania, with Cody, Rock, and Roman,
Have you seen the leaked Mania script?
I have
Matches?
seen the leaked Mania script. I don't agree with like half of them.
I do.
You agree with all of them?
Like multiple matches on that. I actually saved it.
That's a good start. Good start. Good. That's good. Glad you did.
I agree with that. Maybe not the stip.
Oh,
in
come on,
that match?
throw it out there because I'd rather discuss this because I want to see because I've
We're going to
graced,
start from the bottom.
I've
of the
graced
list,
through
right?
graced through the list, but I don't.
So
Remember.
the start here, bottom of the list is the Creed brothers.
Okay.
Versus Imperium
Okay,
for the tag titles.
so somehow the tag. Oh, they did announce. Well, they're not. Oh, maybe that's part of announcements tonight. I think they're splitting up the tag titles again. Finally.
Well, this says undisputed tag
Ooh,
titles.
I know. I've heard rumblings
And
though
I
that they're
think-
going to be switching the tag titles into
I
different
think
brands.
that the so the champions
Mhm.
in this match, this projected match,
Mhm.
will be the Creed brothers.
They're good.
Right.
They're hot right now too,
So
and the woman that they have too. She's
Ivy
good.
Nile.
I like Ivy now.
The next match that they have listed is Bianca Belair
So she's back.
versus Liv Morgan
So she's back.
in a tables match.
That would be weird. So something's got to have to happen in the next couple weeks where it's got to start. Bianca's got to come back from her injury and Liv's
I
got to
don't-
stop smoking weed.
And she doesn't have to do that. I don't agree with this match because I don't see where it's coming from, but it says Sami Zayn versus Omos.
So a recent video came out with Omos that he's starting to travel again and he's starting to do live shows again.
I think he's going to come back on SmackDown.
But Sammy's not on SmackDown.
Right.
Weird.
And I think he will be set up with
Oh. Interesting.
he will come back and be with the almighty Street Profits.
Yeah, because Montel Vontavious Porter is his consigliere and walks around with him. And that's why I've noticed it because MVP records everything Omos does right now.
There's your first inductee into the 2024 class, Hall of Fame class.
You think so?
Absolutely. Why not?
Well, no, I think he will. I think they're going to do it before he dies.
Anyway, so then we get Katana Chance and Caden Carter versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven
Again.
versus Zelina Vega and Michin versus the Unholy Union, which is Alba,
Alba Fire. Oh, God.
Isladon,
Iladon and Alba Fire.
Then we have Jay. This is an interesting match right here. Jay versus Jimmy in tribal combat. I'm here for that.
I like the thought of those two finally facing each other. But then, again,
Oh,
So-
there we go.
that's a couple things. Yeah, they just announced Toronto for Money in the Bank. And then, yeah, so
They'll be in Toronto all that weekend
that's
for Heatwave, SmackDown, and Money in the Bank.
there's your. And then I know who your Money in the Bank winner is going to be now.
Same.
Same as Zayn.
Or Kevin Owens.
I don't think that because Kevin's had his chance. He's had the title. I think they'll give it to the Sammy. It's where he's from. Might as well, right? Anyways, keep going.
That match.
Oh, Tribal Combat would be fun.
Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar
Stupid.
in a Lucha City street fight.
You saw those at Lucha Underground.
That was just every Lucha Underground. Then we have
Vengeance.
no,
No.
Vengeance Day.
Next NXT.
and it's NXT. Yeah.
Okay.
So the next match is Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Ladder match for the Money in the Bank briefcase.
At WrestleMania? Yeah. Weird. So then maybe they have him cash in at WrestleMania?
Maybe.
That's weird.
Next match, which this doesn't really make a lot of sense because it's 4-on-3 as it sits right now. It's the Authors of Pain
Yeah, because they're making their comeback in.
and Karrion Kross
Yep.
versus the Street Profits. Two, right?
Two people.
Bobby Lashley, Carmelo Hayes.
Well, he's not officially a part of.
Right.
That means he's getting his call up at WrestleMania. Which, by the way, that was also good. NXT New Year's Evil was really good. I watched that too. Whoop that Trick. I love Trick Williams. He's good.
Also, the middle rope springboard catapult launch thing, that was sweet.
The dude was like 15 feet easily in the air. Like he was launched.
And then we go, we've got Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa singles match. Doesn't mean
So early card match.
Mhm.
That's about it. Yeah, Kevin with his broken hand.
punch in the face.
I love it.
Then we get the Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the United States Championship in the Crunchy Peanut Butter Snickers Crunch match.
Yeah, well, you know that's fake as hell. There's no way that's real. Now I can see the title match, but I can't see
LA Knight also wrestled in the Slim Jim Battle Royal.
And he also wrestled in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
So maybe he's just the fucking gimmick sponsor match.
Speaking of the Slim
guy.
Jim one, did you see that somebody stole the Slim Jim car? Yeah, like that. The what kind of car is that?
I'm pretty sure it was a Corvette.
Yeah, somebody stole it. It was announced the other day that somebody had literally stole the car from that match. I was like, one, where was it at? Two, why is it out? And three, yeah, awesome. You just snap no Slim Jim. And then I saw the commercial. Did you see the commercial? LA Knight did a Slim Jim commercial. It was the commercial. You had Macho Man's, let's never do a Slim Jim in the background, but then it's LA Knight going, yeah. It is over the top like how Macho Man was.
Then we have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the World Heavyweight Women's World title.
Rhea will win.
And then now it's these next. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, next 4 matches that I can honestly see happening.
Okay, so these are all the title matches.
Io Sky
Okay.
versus Bayley.
Yeah, well, based off of what we saw, possibly from Royal Rumble, that we read is that Bayley will potentially win the Royal Rumble. So that would make sense.
Then we have Gunther versus the Beast Incarnate.
He's due. He's due to come back again.
But the other thing is Gunther has beat everybody.
Everybody.
And Gunther is also on record saying that I have to beat the best.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't beat everybody.
Who's he?
He wants to fight Brock.
Yeah. Well, I thought he faced Brock.
Nope.
He hasn't faced Brock?
Nope.
I swear he thought he faced Brock.
Nope.
Okay.
Then we have,
So he beats Brock at Mania for the IC.
oh yeah, he probably beat Brock.
Weird.
Then we have Colby versus Phil.
Go Colby!
Yeah, go home. Take a nap.
He needs to.
Drink some milk.
Well, then, if you saying that though, that means Phil becomes the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Just
He would be the real world's champion.
that's gross. Can you imagine? So hey, so let that be a thought in your brain. He would be wearing your favorite title belt.
It's not the same belt.
Okay, at one point he did wear that title belt. It's not
and
this
then
one.
The
Not that one.
main event of night 2 would be an I Quit match
Roman
between Roman.
and Cody. I would like an I Quit match, but
I'd watch it.
I haven't seen. When was the last time I even seen an I Quit match? It's been so long. Oh, they're talking about Perth. Oh, look at that! It's Rhea Ripley. Well, she should be at her future hubby's gym right now. So that's where she was posted at earlier today with her boyf or her fiance.
Right.
I am actually super excited for the next couple pay-per-views. And normally I'm not, even though it's like the road to WrestleMania.
I fucking love Elimination Chamber, dude.
I like the old Elimination Chamber, not the futuristic bullshit that is currently the rest of the Elimination Chamber that is now. I miss the raggedy chain link and the really crappy class that they had to pull, where it was not like super bulletproof.
The Lexan.
Because I like distinctly remember seeing Brock burrow through somebody into that thing. I believe it was Chris Jericho.
That was actually Goldberg.
Was it Goldberg?
Goldberg speared somebody through.
For some reason, I thought
Or
it was
no,
Jericho.
it was Goldberg spearing Jericho through the
Yeah.
into the pod. Yeah.
Into the pod. I
Through
swear
the
I thought it was Jericho. That's what I thought. But I did also post out this week too. There's a couple of things. What we think the announcement is that we talked about at the very beginning of the podcast tonight, that TNA changed from pay-per-view to premium live events, which do we believe, before the announcement happens, which more than likely it's not going to happen until the end of the show, but do we believe that somehow, some way, WWE and TNA have merged in any way, shape, or form where we might see Impact wrestlers on WWE television? Because earlier this month, or last month, we're starting to share NXT people with Japanese promotions as well.
All Japan.
Now that's also Regal's son going to All Japan, because Regal has ties out there. So, do you believe that we might see Impact on WWE?
No. I think that Endeavor has purchased TNA. And that essentially what I feel is going to happen is maybe not Endeavor, but I think maybe TKO Holdings has purchased TNA. They're going to leave TNA as it is. TNA will be its own brand.
So kind of like how Tony did with ROH.
Only he better.
Of course better. Of course better.
That's my prediction. I
don't know. I would like to see, Moose.
I'd like to see Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. That'd be cool.
I'd like to see, all the guys that we have been saying that needs to leave Impact to go to better productions come out and be on different ones.
Talking about Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I was talking about. I want to see that washed old fat fuck out there just running around doing his thing again. It's like when we were making fun of who was going to be the person coming out. It's going to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan! Stupid.
It could have been Hogan.
Well, did you see?
That he got baptized recently? Yes.
No, good for him. Honestly, hey. Slap that out of your hands.
Yay, Jesus.
Know that WWE is planning a 40th anniversary of Hogan in the upcoming months.
Hogan and what?
40 years of wrestling.
What are you doing? Making noise.
It's the most. Oh my god! It's like Jesus. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Stop, you weirdo. No. I'm trying to find where I found that at, but I don't know where it was now. Dang it! Where was that at? I'm gonna find it because I have to read it again because I was laughing so hard when I saw it. There it is. WWE is planning to celebrate Hulkamania's anniversary this month. That's official, and I trust the source. Do you believe that they're going to have an anniversary for Hulk Hogan? Is that a no, or
Is he gonna come out with a walker?
well, yeah, he's not wrestling. It's like
Or
saying Ric Flair is going
On
to be
a
out.
hover round?
Oh, I'm in for that. It's not like Ric Flair. Ric Flair's not going to go out there and wrestle.
I just came up with a concept match.
What, Walker versus Walker?
No, it wouldn't even
Walker
be,
versus
Not
Walker?
even a match. Not even a match. It's just an attraction.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Legends bumper cars. Everybody gets a hover round. We're just gonna fucking. How awesome would that be?
So stupid.
You got Hogan and Hacksaw. You can throw Jimmy Hart,
Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Vince McMahon. Why not?
I'm trying to think of who else would I want to put in that match?
Ted DiBiase,
Yeah.
Mike Rotunda,
Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter. He'll probably be fucking dead by then. I mean,
Hold on, there's got to be more because I have to have more people in this match now. Who else is out there?
Afa, Sika, Rikishi,
Nah, don't put Rikishi in there.
Yokozuna will dig his punk ass up.
Zuna's dead. He's dead. I forget. My God, is this the year of having pay-per-views outside of our country?
He's like big dead.
What, 90s? 90s? 2000s. I thought it was 90s.
Yoko died.
No, 2000s. Early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Umaga. Oh,
He's dead too. Which, by the way, speaking of Umaga, did you see Joey Fatu? Yeah. You see him launch a dude out of the ring and he hit a wall?
yeah.
Some dude, amateur video. Some amateur video. He's holding, going, Joey, don't. And he literally overhand throws this man, and he goes, and falls straight to hands glass. Plexiglass, we're good. I've had that for a long time. Oh, hello, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, Fatu, he needs to make his jump. He needs to make the jump.
Be a part of the Rock's
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm waiting for Keish to show up too. I'm waiting for all the Bloodline members. Maybe we finally get our Bloodline meeting, a meeting of the families
War Games, Tribal Combat.
with every old Bloodline member.
No, there's enough for the young ones. Be fine.
Okay, so there's enough of the young ones to do a whole Bloodline.
Yeah.
For a whole entire War Games match. So
Yeah.
5-on-5.
You do 4-on-4.
Okay, I was just saying, I don't think there's 10 of them.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So what you have the Usos.
Yeah.
Then you got Roman.
Uh-huh.
Solo.
Uh-huh.
Rock.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to do this in my brain. Fatu.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's 6.
Zilla.
Hikuleo.
Hikuleo's not Samoan.
But he's a part of the Bloodline. He's part of that family.
No, he's not.
I swear he is. I swear he is.
They're- Hikuleo and Tamatonga are Tongan.
Well, duh. Tamatonga is it's in the name.
Right.
By the way, he won at Wrestle Kingdom 2.
But you could throw Naya in there.
Women?
Why not?
Women?
Why
So
not?
you're gonna put in the girl that you love so much that's gonna have busted knees You're talking about Snuka's daughter? You gonna throw her in there too?
No. Ava Ray.
Oh, and then Rock's daughter. Fine. You win. You happy about it? You feel good about yourself? Ow.
Ugh! Yeah. I win. Ah.
Good God, is this just like a montage of just Rhea Ripley everything? I feel like that's
Highlights of the year?
I'm like, don't get me wrong, like obviously we're doing our thing here, but up on the screen,
There's some shit happening.
like
in the
there's just a lot of Rhea Ripley happening currently. So obviously we're still waiting for the announcement from Mr. Levesque on what he was going to talk about.
She just wrecked everybody this year.
Anybody.
Well, last year, I should say.
Anybody. Just all the people. And honestly, we've said it, there's nobody on the roster that can beat her.
Yet.
Who's going to be on the roster that can beat her?
Avery.
Yeah, no.
She body slammed. I totally forgot that she body slammed Doc Gallows.
Mm-hmm. I'm. She thoroughly impresses me. She's the most athletic woman that we've had in a while.
She's an incredible specimen.
Imagine remember when she came in, she had just blonde hair and just super innocent.
Yeah, and then I remember when she went goth too and shaved the side. And that was the version of Rhea Ripley that I originally saw. And then, yeah, through video and stuff, I saw the blonde Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna pee, just so you know.
Well, with that being said, what we're going to do for the auditorial listens, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Just so it doesn't pick it up on the audio.
Well, to be fair, it's going to pick it up on the video. You're taking a piss anyway. Now you know what we do on our live feeds on the podcast is that we take our breaks because, well, we have to pee. Because that man has to pee every single time.
I intake a lot of fluid during the day.
It's very rare that, I ever go up to go take a piss. There's only one time I think I had to go to the bathroom so badly during the podcast.
How much fluid do you intake every day?
Me?
Yeah.
That new tumbler that my sister got for me for Christmas, I drink about 4 or 5 of those, which that's I think 25 ounces a thing. It's a lot. While we wait for this announcement, Mr. Peter Rosenberg is currently on the screen, and Garrett is currently in the bathroom. So there's that.
Wu-Tang in the background.
Well, Wu-Tang is life. Wu-Tang forever. Forever, ever.
They're getting a residency in Vegas.
Yes, they are. All 80,000 members of them.
There's only like 12.
Maybe 15, depends on the day. This is the part that I'll be worried about. Is that we've been doing fine for the audio, but now there's video, and it's
fine.
It's gonna be one of those like, oh god.
There's videos of people fucking bare knuckle street fighting on YouTube.
Reddit's crazy too.
Well, yeah, but Reddit, there's no you can't live stream on Reddit. And Reddit is unhindered.
Everything.
You can watch a horse kick a guy in the head.
Oh, you saw that one too? I laughed. It was really funny.
I actually. That's kind of fucked up.
Oh, that's your definition of the line messed up? That right there. I've heard you say worser things in this world.
Did you just say worser?
Worser things in this world. I've heard you say a lot of things. And you're saying a man getting kicked in the head by a horse is pretty messed up? That's what you're saying? That's your line?
Anything to do with horses, that's my line.
Anything with horses, that's your line. Really?
I'm not going to go to the donkey show in Mexico with you.
Why not? I heard it's fun.
Did you say fun or funny?
Yes.
For who?
Everybody.
You think that chick on the stage, you think it's funny for her?
She probably got paid for it, so it's different.
5 pesos.
That's a lot of money for but
To take a in the
hey, that's up to the consumer. I'm just saying, that's up to them. That's not up to me. That's up to them. I can't say much about that. You know, you do you, boo boo.
You don't come back from that.
I don't think you come back from anything like that. It's like seeing people want to take a horse one. Good gravy. Dear Lord. And welcome back to the audio version of the podcast where we just went on a weird turn on the YouTubes. If you're listening on the audio side, awesome.
Count your lucky stars.
But if you really want to have some weird conversations,
check
come
us
on
out on
YouTube. GQ Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. You're going to hear a lot of different things that you wouldn't hear on the audio because we're weird.
Yeah. Pretty normal to me. I don't know.
By the way, they subliminally did not. They've made this purposely long.
Didn't he used to have a fro?
Rosenberg?
Yeah. Like a Jew fro?
Well, it's kind of like me. No, that's the other guy. That's that other guy. What the heck's his name? Super Jew. Super Jew. I'm just.
That is racist as fuck.
Do you know who you're talking about? You.
I'm not racist. I fucking hate everybody.
Equally.
We've been over this.
Equally.
Yes.
You tolerate most human beings.
Oh, God! Turn it off! No!
Well, for the people listening on the audio side and on the video side, so
why?
we have the preview special on,
What?
and
This.
and we have I can't get it out. We have just say who's on the just go ahead.
No.
Okay. Well, Montez Ford and Bianca Belair came on the screen, and if you know Garrett,
That is my genuine reaction every time she is on the television.
what about Montez? That's a future champion right there. Future champion. You know, that's a future champion.
ECW doesn't exist anymore. Well, let me rephrase that. WWECW doesn't exist anymore.
Well, if you really go out there, ECW doesn't exist either because they decided to get rid of all those tapes.
Future TNA champion. Got it.
After WWE fires him?
Yeah.
What about her?
Remember that thing we were talking about on the break?
Sweet Jesus.
That's her next. That's her next game.
Stop. Oh my God. No.
Think about that. Mind's eye there.
Gross.
Just get that visual locked in the brain.
Oh, I don't want that in my brain. Oh my God. That's just terrible. Oh. I can't with you right now. I really can't. Holy crap. Wow. Just wow. Wow.
It's in there. It's in your brain.
Oh, that's so gross. Okay.
You're going to have a nightmare about that later.
You dream? I don't dream. Okay, I saw this out there on Twitter. You have to give me your opinion because you like both of these people. This is from an anonymous person out on the Twitter world. They said, Johnny Gargano is holding Tommaso Ciampa back as a single star, and DIY doesn't hit the same now. Do you agree with that statement?
First thing, whoever posted that is an idiot. Secondly,
Okay. Secondly.
There would be no Tommaso Ciampa in WWE if it wasn't for Johnny Gargano and DIY.
Hold on. That's not true. If you know Tommaso Ciampa, he was in WWE before Johnny Gargano with a lot of hair and no facial hair. And he was a lawyer. So, yeah.
You remember that character's name?
You're going to tell me...
Neither does anyone else!
I was going to say, because you remember his name? Do you
Neither does anyone else.
But yeah,
WWE doesn't even remember that character's name.
But yeah, it just... Oh, I don't know. Yet it sits in my brain because I remember him.
Went back into the bottom of the proverbial box of gimmicks. Anyway, Tommaso Ciampa, as we know him now, the Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa, would not exist if it wasn't for Johnny Gargano.
I still think... But does it hit the same as it did back when they were in NXT?
Well, no, because it was 10 years ago.
10 years?
Ish.
We don't know how to count. That's right. That makes sense.
Years ago. In the past.
In the past.
Attitude Era.
Oh, my God. Holy Jesus.
But,
we went back 30 years.
Of course it's not going to hit different.
Yeah.
Does... Another example of it doesn't hit different. Did Red Dragon hit the same in AEW as it did when they were on the Indies?
No, well, to be fair, I will say this.
Simple answer, yes or no.
I have an explanation. Excuse me.
I don't need your explanation.
You may not need an explanation, but I have one.
I'm sure you probably do. It was just a simple yes or no question.
Well, my answer is...
No.
Most people didn't know who Red Dragon was if they're watching AEW.
If they're watching AEW, they probably do know who Red Dragon
Just because it's more of an indie show than anything else.
Right.
So you're telling me the WWE fans didn't know they had Red Dragon when they were in NXT?
No.
Over AEW fans probably knew it because of the indie scene.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, no. The answer is no.
Right. So...
You feel better? You feel better now?
As performers
Do you feel better? Do you feel better now?
They have to...
Oh, you're ignoring me.
They have to
Fine, ignore me
adjust
all you
their
want.
styles. Because, I'll tell you something right now, the OC, the Bullet Club, doesn't hit the same as it did when they did it previously. Because the performers are older, they have to adjust their style, and I do not think for a second that Johnny Gargano is holding Tommaso Ciampa back. Tommaso Ciampa is holding Tommaso Ciampa back. Because he could have been like, I don't... Because now that Paul is in charge,
right,
they have more say in their creative direction. They can't overrule their creative direction, but I'm sure dollars to donuts.
Ooh, I love donuts.
That had Tommaso Ciampa looked at... God, she's an idiot. if Tommaso Ciampa had looked at Paul Levesque and said, hey, I don't think that's gonna work.
Right.
Is there anything else that I can do to move myself that's exactly where that show belongs?
Loving WWE and Bianca Montez on Hulu.
Is there anything that I can do with my character to progress as a single instead of moving into a tag team with Johnny?
Fair enough. So we got an announcement. It's coming up next. Looks like they are announcing 2 more superstars as entrants into the Royal Rumble match. Looks like it's a male and a female.
The 2 idiots that were just on the TV.
Dude, wouldn't that be anticlimactic?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them. Actually, I don't think they're going to announce it, but I think AJ Lee is a surprise entrance into the Royal Rumble.
Also, speaking of these guys, so the podcast nation that I listen to every day of the week,
You've so many
different show every week. They all have pretty much the same sponsors.
Right. Oh, you mean Blue Chew?
Well, yeah, they have all those too. Yeah. So the
Their entrance to the Royal Rumble is, and the time is now. Let's find out who's going to the Rumble.
So this year
Well,
didn't
no
start off
well,
the way I
we all
wanted,
knew it
but
was
the
gonna
last
be
time
her.
that this happened, I came back and I won the whole Royal Rumble. So history's already repeated itself. And it's going to repeat itself again because I am declaring myself in the 2024 Royal Rumble. And I am going to win the 2024 Royal Rumble.
Becky, I don't think so.
I have some prediction for this year. I will take down Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw. Then I will take over his dream. I, Shinsuke Nakamura, will become champion. Because this year, I am going to enter and win the 2024 Royal Rumble. And then finish my story.
Okay, so that's so not like anything crazy. Becky Lynch and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
They made it seem to the way they played that out there.
Dude, that's huge.
How is
That's
that
huge.
Oh, huge. Super huge. Stupid. The thing is, we knew it was
Super huge. What the fuck were we even talking about before this bullshit?
we were talking.
Oh, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yes. That you said things don't hit the way they were because they're older and da 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 da.
I think Tommaso Ciampa agreed to do the DIY thing again because it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. I also think, he has a lot of friends now behind the scenes that are going to take care of him. He always has to live. He has people that are taking care of him behind the scenes, with Robert Roode doing more of that stuff for him now too and helping him out. And I don't know. There's a lot of talent that's not currently being used, and we know that. We see that all the time. But I saw that, and then did you also see a AEW star is coming back to the WWE because his contract ended also on 12/31. Wow,
Are you talking about Cien Almas?
wow, you would use that name.
Well, that's his name.
That's his real name.
No, that's his name in WWE.
Cien Almas was his name in WWE.
Andrade Cien Almas.
Okay, so it's like I knew.
El Idolo!
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
I am 100% okay with that.
Or is it because they weren't using him correctly in AEW?
Yeah.
He gets
Or
to
really at all. And
be, they were starting to use him again.
He's gonna get to tour
With this,
when she comes back, which we know she will be back. He'll be able to tour with his wife. For those of you living under a rock, Andrade El Idolo is married to the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
What? Put your chocolate down. No, this happened weeks ago. Put the chocolate down. Put it down. I know, but it's good for them to get reunited. The reason why he left was Vince. He left because of Vince. That's the only reason why he left to begin with.
This needs to be a no-holds-barred match.
It needs to be something with Japanese.
If Shinsuke wins, Cody retires from WWE.
Well,
Perfect.
I've
Go
also
Shinsuke.
I've also read though is that Cody's not happy currently.
Just because The Rock. Oh. We're going to have to turn the volume up for that one.
Paula E. Dangerously.
Because when the wise man speaks, the world listens.
Well, it's like the Miz. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Roman's hand?
Well, no, he finger points. Well, while we wait for Paul Heyman, I have a thing here.
You have a thing?
I do. It's a tournamente of sorts. It is wrestlers that are deemed
Obsolete?
no. How based on their year that they've had, who eliminates who to become the best, in the bracket, if that makes any sense. So like they'll go 1-on-1 if based on their year and their track record, who moves on to the next round. Make sense?
Is this already, like, figured?
I have it all right here. It's all right here. Sure. Now, more than likely, I'm going to get interrupted because Paulie Dangerously is way more important than myself, and I know this, and I'm okay with it.
Just saying, the wise man speaks, people listen.
So,
Just gotta do that.
Carmelo Hayes versus Roman Reigns. Realistically,
Melo knocks Roman out.
I agree based off of the workload that they have done in the year. Now, some people would say if you're doing a fan vote, like people are more fan favorites of, there's going to be a lot more Roman fans. But I'm changing the rule on it. Based off of work and an embodiment of work for the calendar year of 2023,
100%.
Carmelo Hayes and Roman Reigns, who wins?
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, based off a body of work, right?
Right.
You would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one where I think is close. Will Ospreay versus Finn Balor. That's a good match. That's a really good one. For the sake of Finn has been the busiest he's ever been this year.
I think Bill wins.
Built by a nose.
Because, I mean, realistically, you also have to look at, like, one of the biggest factors in that is going to be big moments.
Yeah, and with him kicking off the year with Kenny at Wrestle Kingdom 17.
Yeah, I think Bill Ocean Spray wins it.
And it's well, here's the thing. Like, obviously, Bill won some titles this year. So did Finn. He's done a couple of things. But yeah, I think you're right. Will win that one. The next one, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Jay White. That's another tough one. Because technically, Max has done a lot this year. Won a couple titles, had a big reign. But Jay White also, left his company, went on a free agent spree, chose to be in AEW. That's a lot of big moments there.
Yeah,
I don't know who wins that.
I think MJF probably wins that one.
Fair enough. We have. Okay. Can I get past this one? I can't even say his name because it's so gross.
Your boy! Has to be.
Versus Cody.
Orange Cassidy.
Because he works every week?
Yeah.
I don't know. Cody worked every week, too. He actually was the number...
No one cares.
He was the number 3 guy. Fine. Yeah, you're right. Then you have Sonata or Bryan Danielson.
Honestly, Sonata...
Well, he won, the heavyweight championship. Danielson has nothing to prove of it. He's been hurt more than anything else.
Danielson hasn't done anything except for get beat up.
And hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Here's another toughie.
He's fragile.
Here's another toughie.
Because he's a vegan. He doesn't eat meat.
He needs meat. So here, Pretty Deadly. Nice to see them again. It's not
Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Tyler Bate.
That'd be awesome. Here's a toughie. It's a weird toughie. We have Kenny Omega, Sami Zayn. Sammy's done a lot more this year than Kenny has.
Well, Kenny's
fighting for his life right now.
He's been out of action for...
Well, if you think, like, the beginning of last year, super hot streak, Wrestle Kingdom, winning some titles, doing all the things, that's going to be a great match. AJ Styles,
who
Randy Orton,
wins.
LA Knight. Huh?
We know who wins.
Yeah, Randy.
No.
Yeah, Randy. Oh, you mean super buff power mom over there?
Yeah.
AJ's gonna win?
Yeah.
Gross. Here's another toughie. Because you love this guy and you like the other guy too. Damian Priest or Gunther? Oh, I got stopped. I got trumped.
Mr. Paul Heyman.
Here's Paul Heyman, everybody.
Now, Mr. Heyman, it is no secret that Roman Reigns had an unprecedented 2023 as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion for all of 2023. He was the champion for all of 2022, all of 2021, and the final quarter of 2020. So how does Roman Reigns keep this momentum heading into the new year?
That's actually a very good question. My compliments. You should be an attorney, and I should be deposed by you.
So
And the answer that I would give is very simple. How does Roman Reigns keep this momentum like only Roman Reigns can? Keeping up that momentum it's Kathy, it's like walking up a down escalator. Even if you go up at a certain clip, the escalator eventually takes you down. But I assure you, your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, can ascend that escalator of relevancy to the very top for as long as that escalator tries to take
Sweet
Roman
Lord.
Reigns down. Take him down
Paul.
like Cody Rhodes could not do. Take him down like Jey Uso could not do. Like John Cena could not do. Like Barack Lesnar could not do.
Whoa.
No man on the face of this planet can stop the momentum of your reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
He's not dead, Paul. Stop looking in the air.
Thank you so much for your time.
That's all he was there for?
I'll get back to you guys in the studio.
Now, here's the thing. They have 2 more minutes of this.
Listen,
Paul's
if you're
got to be coming
walking
out like right now, right?
You look up to the man who has been unstoppable, unbeatable.
You would think, right?
Roman
Yeah, you would
Reigns
think.
has reigned supreme. Will it be another year of that, Megan, in 2024? We will see.
Matt, I've learned the hard way.
I don't wanna keep watching
don't
this,
ever
but
pick against Roman.
Correct.
There's 2 more
Don't
minutes
do
left.
that, because especially with all the success that he had.
Unless it's a
all
2-hour
that he's
show.
done in
God, I hope
2023,
not.
Even before that.
I'm going to turn this down
Roman
again.
Reigns can get it done in any.
He can get it done wherever he wants to go. That's fine. We're still waiting for, Paul to come on the screen.
And give us the actual big announcement.
I swear if he's not on and it's a 2-hour show, I'm going to, scream. Shut up. They canceled it.
No way.
Stop. They did!
What the hell?
They had been talking about it all week. Are you serious? We watched it from beginning to end, and he was supposed to talk all week, and he was supposed to make a big announcement. Did something not go through? We watched the whole thing, and nothing. What? Wow. That is crazy. Well, we'll finish out our tournament here, and then we'll be done for the podcast. Damian Priest and Gunther. It's been a
Probably Gunther.
fair. Seth Rollins. I know your answer. And John Moxley.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
Better year. Match point between the two, Seth and John.
Seth.
Okay, between, now we're on the opposite side again, Carmelo Hayes, Will Ospreay. It's Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Just based off of body of work.
Yeah.
MJF and my boy. Stop it. Don't you even say his name. Are you going to say his name? Why Orange Cassidy over Maxwell Jacob Friedman? Why?
He just...
I can't with you right now.
He was a champion all year.
Uh-huh.
Reigning. defending.
So was Max.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was not champion for the last couple of hours of the year.
You're saying,
Whole year!
So you're saying for the last 4 hours.
Yep.
Wow. Seth versus Gunther. And for embodiment of work in 2023. That's a hard one. That's rough.
I'd have to give it to Gunther.
I would too. Because he's had it longer than Seth has had his title. Sammy over Sonata.
Sammy.
Final four. You have Will Ospreay versus my boy.
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy.
Will Ospreay.
Thank God. Gunther versus Sammy.
Gunther.
Will Ospreay versus
Gunther.
Gunther? Gunther had the best calendar year of 2023. In your opinion.
Yes.
Okay. Well, with that being said, guess what, everybody? That was the podcast.
I'm trying to find anything.
They had been teasing us all week that there was a special announcement on Thursday. They even had his face on the promo all week.
Unless it was just the announcement of Money in the Bank.
No,
which
because
technically came from Paul.
But that was earlier in the day. They were supposed to announce it on the show. Whatever. That's a really somber ending to the podcast because we were expecting Paul. Humanoids, thank you for listening to the podcast and watching the podcast for the first time for GQ. With that being said, we'll end our podcast the way we always do, but you get to see it in person. You can follow us on Instagram, GQ_wrestling podcast. Again, GQ_a wrestling podcast. You can follow us on X, aka Twitter.
At GQ a Wrestling Pod, not podcast. Pod. Again, that's at GQ a Wrestling Pod.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's all one word.
TikTok.
Yeah, you can follow us on our personal social medias on TikTok, which we're going to start posting on there. Yours is...
I don't even know.
I think yours is just Garrett Galvin, and mine is Justin Query.
I don't even know.
But
I don't even know. Okay? I just don't.
Whoa. Calm down. And now, with the people who are listening on the podcast, you can go on to YouTube and search GQ, a wrestling podcast. And our videos and our audios are all on there as well. So if you want to just listen to a one-stop shop and listen to us on YouTube, you can watch us and also listen to us via there. Then again, we also say thank you for listening to our podcast every single week. We do appreciate it a ton. 2024 is going to be a good year. It's going to be a great year. We're really excited for everything that's coming up, for the schedule, for WWE, for AEW, and then also more content for the NXT and watching more things. With that being said, we bid you adieu. We thank you. Good night and